What up, world? What up, me? This is Drewize coming out like this evening. Drewize Topic. What up, YouTube? I want to shed some light, so it can encourage black men and black women, black people of this type of time that's going on. That judgment has touched down on this land and is already here. And it's up to us to realize that Jehovah is really manifesting this, and he's going to reveal this man. And also the early Hebrews, Israelite people, they also called Jehovah Yahweh. So I have two books. That is the Holy Bible, New Living Translation, and I have the Holy Quran. Now, I want to talk about what it says in the Holy Quran, because I read this book. I read both books, and this book, the Holy Bible, I'm in the Old Testament of Samuel, drifting into 2 Samuel, But this book, the Holy Quran, it was talking about when God was talking to the angels and when he's going to place in the earth for a purpose, to bring out the best in the black man, that God was talking to the angel when he was talking in the Quran. And this is the chapter of, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, because I don't speak Arabic. So I think you go like Al-Fatiha, I think if I'm pronouncing it right. And God was talking to the angels. And God said, I'm going to place in the earth a people that will be vicegerent. Now, the angel said in a reply to God, and the angel said, what would you make that would cause mischief and things like that? God said, I know what you know not. So he created us, the black man, But white people came from the black man, White people was grafted from the black man, So his so-called purpose that he's here now, because white people only been on this earth, roaming around this earth for 6,000 years. We've been here longer, So he put the white man on the earth for a reason, came from us for a reason, to go out and conquer and destroy and murder the darker people of the earth, And he created Christianity to shield himself from his wickedness, to cover his wickedness and shield his wickedness, and take what God said and what Jesus said and turn that around. Christianity was thought of by Caucasians in Rome, So in this book, the Holy Bible, and this is in the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel. Now the topic is black men and black women, black people need to be an example of David. I'm going to shed some light. That is, stand fearless, stand with bravery, and stand with courage, Now, in this book of the Holy Bible, the New Living Translation Holy Bible, in the book of Samuel, and it was talking about David. David was not a Caucasian man. It says in the book that David, he was a man that was dark-skinned. He was dark. and he was handsome, and he had beautiful eyes. As a dark-skinned man. That's not no Caucasian man. David was dark, he was black, and he was handsome, he had beautiful eyes. Now, this one I'm going to shed some light on to encourage black people in today's time, of this time of judgment that we are witnessing. You know, David, when he went up against Goliath, you know, Goliath was a champion amongst his people. That was the Philistines. He was a champion, you know. He stood 9 feet tall and stuff like that, you know. Now this is dedicated to us a little bit, how I'm taking it. It's dedicated to me, whatever black man. It's dedicated to us that we need to take up this, you know what I'm saying? So David, you know, he never seen Goliath, you know. He was going to report to his brothers that was in the army of Saul, you know. He was going to send them some food, cheese, bread that his father Jesse prepared for David's brothers, you know. So David went to the battlefield to give the food to his brothers. His brother was in the army of Saul. You know, Israel was going against the Philistines. You know, Goliath made a taunt that said, bring me your best this and this and that, you know. So David heard all this what Goliath was saying, you know. What Goliath was running his mouth as a giant, and he was a pagan worshiper amongst his people of the Philistines, and Goliath was a champion. Now, David heard all this, and David went back to Saul and said, let me stand before this enemy of God, that he mocks our true living God, and he talks and blasphemes and stuff like that. Send me to challenge this enemy. Send me. Saul said, you are just a boy, you know. So David said all these things, how he is the good shepherd of his sheep, how he killed a bear and a lion with a club just to save some sheep, you know. So Saul gave David the armor to put on and have him grab a sword and a shield. David went up to the mirror and see how he looked with that armor on, because David never had no armor before. He never been at war. David went in the mirror and did all this, see if it looks good, you know, looks good on him. And then David said, I can't wear this. I can't wear this. I'm just going to use my sling and my rocks, you know, to take down this enemy of God, you know. So my point is, we have to be like David, in an example like David, of a trial like this, of a testing trial, you know. Stand up like David, you know, of a task like this, with the brave emotion, you know, and a brave thought, and a bravery in the heart, and be fearless, you know, and have the courage, you know. So David, he started talking to Goliath, and Goliath looked at David. Goliath looked at David. He said to David, am I a dog? You know, am I a dog to you, little boy? You know what I'm saying? David said all this, you know. David said, I'm going to cut your head off, Goliath, because you talk about my God, the true living God, you know, and blaspheme. I'm going to cut your head off, Goliath. It's in here. It's in here. It talks about this. Go read it for yourself. Now, Goliath had enough, all the words exchanged. Goliath started approaching David, you know, and David started hurrying up, picking up his rocks, and he put it in a sling. And David round up like this and threw it at Goliath's head. And the word it says the rock hit Goliath in the forehead. You know how big is Goliath is. He's 9 foot tall. And somehow, in some way, that rock hit Goliath in the forehead that David slung. You know. And Goliath fell to his face, you know. And what David did, you know, David, he took Goliath's sword, you know, and he hoisted in the air like this with Goliath's sword and chopped off Goliath's head. Now, my point is that this book, the Quran, let me see, let me get a little better look. This book of the Holy Quran and this book of the Holy Bible, this is telling me that I'm telling you that in the time of this type of time, you have to stand with a brave emotion and a brave thought, with bravery and fearless, you know what I'm saying, of a time like this, you know. And this Holy Quran said, I place in the world a people that's going to go out and to destroy and murder, you know, and conquer you, you know. I know what you know not. So God is giving the idea to the black man to stand up. He's an opponent to you. You know what I'm saying? Opponent to bring the best out of you. You know, bring the best, you know. So what he's doing now, that the white man admitted to, I think he's the only white man that admitted to, that white people, you know, put things to bring the black man down and keep us from a risen and a rise, and keep us from becoming awake. You know, we need to stand up. We need to rise. We need to come like David did. You know what I'm saying? When he went up against Goliath, David was this height, Goliath was up here. Goliath was up here, you know? So we need to come like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to stand fearless. You know what I'm saying? We need to be brave. We need to be bold. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't be shaken. You know? He may throw us in prison. He may persecute us. That's what he's doing now. He's shooting us down. He's persecuting us. You know what I'm saying? So, come on. His job while he's placed on the earth, he came from the black man, you know what I'm saying? He came from us to bring out the best in us. Come on. It talks about it in the Holy Quran, you know, and this book, the Holy Bible, it gives us hints. You know what I'm saying? It gives us a hint. This Bible gives us a hint, and this Bible gives us a hint. Come on. You know? Come on, black man, black woman. You know what I'm saying? Stand up together. You know what I'm saying? For real. In his world, the white man's world is coming down. His place of power, his season of a due time of a rulership is coming down. You know what I'm saying? It's coming down. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah is in this now. You know what I'm saying? He's calling, Jehovah is about to bring forth a man, you know, that was prophesied to come, that Jesus said will come. You know what I'm saying? Jesus said, if I don't go away, he will not come. Now, the other man supposed to come, that's supposed to be another Moses, you know, another Jesus. You know, come on. And with Jehovah that says, I am. He said, tell Pharaoh, I am. I am. Let my people go. I say, let my people go. I made you, Pharaoh, how powerful and rich you are and fearful you are. I made you, Pharaoh. Let my people go. Yeah. So, little encouragement for the black man, black people at this time of a condition, you know. So I just want to share some light about David so we can be inspired and we can go as his example. Drewize Topics. I am Drewize. You can post a comment about what I just said if you like to, you know. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.